Hello, hello my lovely friends, and welcome back to the channel. We have two very tired little sleepy heads here. Hi Lucy. I'm sorry, am I disturbing you? Okay, sorry. I'll speak quiet. And Sophie is curled up like a tiny little bug in a rug. It was a lovely day here today, and Lucy did a lot of running around in the backyard. Chasing butterflies. Yes, you did. Oh, you're so cute. Anyhow, the girls are always happy to say hello to everybody. So what we're going to do in today's video is have a quick flip through of two of my latest and last Halloween journals for this season. I'm calling these the grandmother of all meaning all of my, not of all Halloween journals in memoriam ever created, all men, but these two, I really wanted to do this, where I made two journals where I basically, I don't want to say I didn't hold back, because if I'm honest, I really actually did hold back, but I just filled these two to the gills. As you can see, I love, you know, there's a chunky journal is a happy journal, I have to say. So I have not yet counted how many tags and tabs and everything I've put in here. I just literally finished them, and I wanted to make the video and get it uploaded and done, because plumbers are coming tomorrow and they're going to be making a ton of noise. So I needed to get this done tonight, and I have to stop fiddling and working on them, because I don't even want to tell you how much time I've spent cutting and printing and everything, but it has been an absolute joy, an absolute labor of love, and I'm super excited to show you and do the flip through of these Halloween junk journals with you. So without me flapping my gums any longer, let's get the camera up and have a look at what's in. Alrighty, Roo, here we go. So, you know what I do? You guys would never know this if I didn't tell you, but for some reason I feel compelled to tell you. When I am, just before I get ready to start the video, and I'm standing underneath sort of my iPad, this is so ridiculous, but just before I go to hit the start button, like the start to record, I always fluff up and fix my hair. It's so stupid, and I didn't really think about it until the other day. I noticed I do it. So you know, sometimes, like, I don't know, like say you're in the ladies' room and you wash your hands, right, and then just before you go to the dryer, you sort of go in the mirror and you sort of, I don't know, smooth your hair or fix it up. Or for me, I'm always sort of like trying to get a little bit of volume and messiness on the top, and without fail, every single time, even though you can't see me, I'm fluffing up my hair. But anyways, that's a topic for another day. But I thought you might get a kick out of that. The things that we do, right? That muscle memory makes me laugh. Okay, on to spookier things. I have these two journals. The covers are different, as always. But you know my favorite trick. The insides are the same. Oops, let me bring this down here. Now, there are a few very, very slight differences on the insides, and I'll show you that when we get into them. But this is, I'm just trying to get it all in on the camera there, 80 pages, I believe. I will, when I list these on Etsy, of course, I will have all the details for you. And I still have to do the video where I show you how I make the dark, spooky, I don't know if they're leather-like covers, but the texture on these is amazing. And I did it with Crackle. I hope my light isn't getting too glary there. Anyways, I'm going to put that video up next week so you guys can have a look at that, and that might be something you want to try. Anyways, so I mean, I have no idea how many tags are in here. There is a ridiculous amount of paper clips in here. So we'll do this one. And I decided to pull out my fuzzy white bath mat that I like to use for photographing purposes, because the matteness of it, I find, absorbs some of the light, and I find that helpful. And I thought it would be nice to look at this without my yucky craft mat in the back. So here's the back. And this is a 1 1/4 inch spiral binding. So there is a lot more room. Like, you could you could make this twice as big if you wanted to, I think. That would be my challenge to whoever gets these journals. But anyhow, okay, so let's get to the good stuff. So, my friends, I have been cutting and printing and cutting and printing my little heart out for the past few days. Okay, so now let's get this. Doop, nope, here. Okay, so it is 7 by 10, and that's my favorite size so far. I have to admit, those are the one. That's the size that I like to make my journals. It's not that much bigger than 6 by 9, but I just like the extra space. So on this side we have Witchy Poo welcoming us into the season, and in here we have a tag and of course blank on the back. And then this lovely ghoul, who's one of my favorite faces of Halloween, is also here on the front page. So again, with these journals, I did make some pockets. I did glue some things in. There are a bunch of things in here that are permanent, but you know, my theory is to try and give you as much, what's the word I'm looking for? To make it so that you can move things around as much as you want and really personalize it. Make it your own, and you have all of the fun ephemera and paper clips and all the things. But if you don't like how I've set it up, then you're not relegated to just where I've put pockets, where I've put tags and all that kind of thing, right? So you can really go in and set it up for how it really suits you. So we've got some cardstock here, and I sewed on this fun little ruffle trim. I have to say, I did think about putting more trim and sewing more stuff in, but I decided against it again. I figure if you have trims or things that you want to sew in, you can go ahead and do that, because it's easier to sew in the trim than it is to take the trim out. And, you know, writing on trim sometimes can be, or working with trim can be a little bit of an issue. So I just erred against the side of caution and decided not to put it in. So then on this side, this is blank on the back. So for all my tags are blank on the back. I never really ever do double-sided printing because, again, who knows what you're going to want to put on the back. You might want to draw, you might want to write, you might want to glue. And, you know, double-sided paper is amazing and it's fun, but you have to make a choice with two-sided paper, and sometimes that struggle can be very, very real. Which side do you want to use and which side do you not want to use? So in the interest of making life just a teeny tiny little bit easier, I leave all the backs of my tags and papers blank so you don't have to make that decision. Okay, so here again we have the spooky spider web florist trim sewn in here. And then what I did here is we have these ghouls underneath looking very ghost and spirit-like. And then what I did was I just wrapped a piece of tissue paper over top to try and give it that ghost-like appearance, right? Because, my friends, it's all about the ghosts and goblins this time of the year. We got our giant skeleton up last weekend, our 10-foot skeleton. I will take some some photos and some video for you if you like, and show you what it looks like. So then we have this little tag here. Oh, here we have double, double, toil and trouble. And this is a tab here. And then on this side, we have another little tag. And so what I did was 99% of the paper clips that are in here are the paper clips that I've rusted. And there's the big jumbo ones and the small ones. So then here, this is cardstock, blank, and another tag, and then another 1031. And again, you can use that as a tab or whatever it is that your little ghoulish heart desires, whatever you want to do with it. And I like that. I like how it looks layered up there. So then we have some witches on cardstock. And then on the other side is a little tuck spot here with a tag and a journal card here. And over here we have the granddaddy of Halloween, Poe, and here underneath here is page 1 of The Raven. And then again, blank on the back so that you can do with it whatever you like, and that just folds and tips in there with a little tab here. And there we have again the epitome of Halloween. I have to say I went a little heavy on witches and black cats in these two journals, because witches and black cats are two of my most favorite things about Halloweens. Halloweena. Single. So yeah. So you'll notice that there's a lot of... I'm real traditionalist when it comes to Halloween. I just go for witches, black cats, ghosts, goblins. I don't go in for, like, all the... I just like it old school. That's all. That's all I'll say about that. I don't need anything fancy with my Halloween. I don't like gory. I don't like horror. I don't like terrifying. I don't like any of that kind of stuff. But I do like ghost stories, haunted house stories. Like, I love all of that. So you'll definitely see that that's reflected in the journals, and any of the journals, honestly, that I make. So then this little guy comes out here, and then this is just a tag, and then this is stuck down with two-way tape, just to use as a little tuck spot. Then this is one of my postcards, Halloween postcards here. And then this is just a sheet of copy paper that I printed and stuck in there. And this is all on a index card with a tab G. And another tag here. Or tag. I guess it's a tag. A journal spot. And then this is just a small tag. Oops. That you can use wherever you like. On the side. And G was for ghouls, ghosts, or grim, if you will. Then this is a very lovely, shiny scrapbook piece of paper that I cut down to fit, so that you can stick something in underneath here, and we just have the tag stuck in underneath here. This is just a tab that I glued in there. And then on the other side, again, witches and black cats, my absolute favorite. Here we have ingredient sort of recipe card that I printed, and another little tag here. So again, 99% of what's in here is what I've printed. And my printer, 3 cheers for my printer. I can't even... I've printed well over 3,000 sheets of cardstock and regular paper over the last 3 weeks. It's crazy. Okay, so here we have black doily and a journal card here. Some of it looks like it's got little bits and pieces from when I was stamping stuff on the back. And that just tucks in underneath here. This is just a little journal tag here. I love that the rusty paper clips give it that look there. Here we have another witchy poo and a tiny little wings and tongues of bat. Little tab there. And then here's just another larger journal card. And then we've got the flash card there. And this is stuck in down at the side. I like to put these things down at the side here because I like the idea that they just help. Like this sort of flails around, and when you're turning the pages, it kind of flips out and can have a little bit of a mind of its own. So I like the fact that you can just tuck that underneath there, and it helps keep the corner down, and it just helps to keep things in place a little bit. And then another witch and her lovely kitties with a tab up here. And then on this side, we have cardstock, large journal spot. This is a piece of black craft paper, and that page is just blank underneath. I just left that for you to do your thing there. And this is just a little tag underneath this tuck spot here with our raven. And then here is a large writing journal tag again, and this is the second part of the raven tucked in underneath there. And this is Eyes of Raptor. Ooh. And ooh, they're so ugly. It's not their fault. They can't help it, but still. Then this is regular paper. This is paper. This is our poison tag on cardstock here, of course. And then underneath here we have two more journal spots there. And a little tab up here. This is the astronomical clock in Prague. And this was a photo that I took a few years ago when we went to visit Miloš's mom in Prague before she passed away. And it was the first time I had spent Christmas somewhere other than at home, so that was interesting. And to spend Christmas in another country was also very interesting. But the kick in the pants is this was taken on a lovely December day. It was a blue sky and clouds. Anyways, I spooked it up for the journal, and I thought it would be kind of fun to stick it in there and make it look all dark and dreadful. And then this is cardstock, this page. And then on this pocket here, we just have some paper that I've printed out and some more castles, dreaded towers of doom, and a tag here. This is coffee dyed paper. So what I did was I folded the paper over on the edge here and then glued it down to reinforce it so it's a little bit stronger in the journal. And I find that sometimes the coffee dyed paper can be a little bit brittle, for lack of a better word. So you will find that any of the coffee dyed paper has this sort of lip on it, and that's why I've done that. So then that's just a tag there. And then on this side, again, we have the master of spookiness, Poe, and then a large journal tag here. And then this I found quite a while ago, and I really loved it. I don't know who Linda Hogan is, but I love this. Walking, I am listening to a deeper way. Suddenly, all of my ancestors are behind me. Be still, they say. Watch and listen. You are the result of the love of thousands. And when I read that, I was just like, oh, a little verklempt there. So I thought this was very apropos to put it here beside the graveyard picture here. And this is just regular paper, and then we have the little tag that just sticks in underneath here. And that's just blank. This is cardstock. Wicked. with an eyeball tab. And then we have a pocket tuck spot here. And then this is a ghoulish ghost on cardstock, and of course, blank on the back. And then this is just a little tag for you to do whatever you want. And this is a regular page with a tag here and a little tag there. And this is just regular paper with a little blank tag here with our spooky guy and a creepy tab. And we've got some graft lines. I always want to say craft. I don't know why. And another flashcard tag. And then we have a bigger version of the eyes of Raptor. Now this is another sort of soft and glossy, shiny piece of scrapbook paper. And I just cut it down so it's a really good spooky forest. Hang on, I'll take this out here. Ooh, spooky. So that goes there. And then this is one of the altered paper clips that I did. And she goes up there because she's a gloomy ghost in the forest. Dark, murky, or obscure. And she fits all of those. So that'll be fun to tuck something up in underneath there. And then here we have our resident ghoul here watching over. And she's just a blank tag on cardstock. And then, of course it is. What else would it be? It's a haunted forest. Okay, we've got regular paper. Then we've got some dictionary pages, because in my opinion, it's not a junk journal without a dictionary page. And we have some printed paper. Here's some ledger paper. This is a page from, I think it is The Dummy's Guide to Vampires. I found it at the Goodwill a very long time ago, so I thought that would be super fun in there. Then we have regular paper with the graph on the back. Regular paper. And here we have some ghouls here. This is construction paper, black construction paper. And we've got this tag here, and this just tucks in underneath, and this just helps it ever so gently stay in place. And then I thought this was great to put there, Midnight Secrets. And then, what have I got? I'm attached here. And we've got, I love this. This was a digital I got on Etsy. Well, actually, pretty much everything in here is a digital I got on Etsy. So I love these three witches. And then, of course, it's not a coven without a... Oh, hello, Sophie. Thank you for not scaring the bejesus out of me this time. That was very kind of you. Do you need me to move over or down a little bit so you can hang out here? But everybody needs to be able to see the... Oh, you want to just sit there? Okay. Yeah, you can help, Mommy. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. They can see your very cute little toes. And then that just tucks up in there to hold that in place. Yes, no, she's not as cute as you. You're the cutest girl. Yes, you are. Okay, can we keep going? Okay. So then we have regular paper here with the two tags tucked in here. She wants to be really close. And then this just folds over, and this is just a piece of cardstock that I printed off and stuck underneath there because I really like the contrast of the green and the black with the gray. Sophie, darling, I'm going to have to smoosh over a little bit. And then the tag here, hang on. Wait. You don't have to move. There, okay. There we go. And then on this side we have another hidden paper clip. And then this is a blank, like a doily handkerchief here for journaling, obviously. I feel like I say the obvious so many times, but I don't know. I'm compelled to say it. It's kind of a strange thing. Okay, so then on this side, and then yes, oh, sorry, Sophie. Then we've got another ghostly ghoul here that will tuck right up in there, so you can just sort of see their face. And then I'm stating the obvious with the tag there. And then this is regular paper here. And then on this side, we have, so this is a piece of scrapbook paper. This is a page from a Belarus dictionary. And I absolutely love using papers that have different languages in my journals. I get a real kick out of that. So that's that. Then that folds over, and then we have this printout piece of paper here that I've just got wrapped around there. Then we've got our blank tags. So we've got a haunted house, and then Claw of Black Crow goes there with our rusty paper clip. So that's a lot of spots for folding and tucking and everything else. So then this side is just more printed paper with crows on it. And then we have our lovely, lovely witch and another little tag which says gloomy on it. And then this is just a tag here that goes and gets tucked underneath. This is regular paper. Look at this. Now, if you guys watched my video where I was looking for Halloween digitals, some interesting things to put in this. This was one of the files that I found, which I love these files. I'm going to be using a ton of these in my own journal. I'm just thrilled to bits with them. And then, of course, blank on the back with a little lizard. So I thought it would be kind of fun to put the lizard here. This is lizard skin in flakes, because I just thought it was interesting that the look in the bird's eyes was like, ooh, dinner. You know what I mean? I had way too much fun making these, I gotta tell you. Okay, so here we have cardstock, and then this is our cursed ghost tucked in underneath here, again, in the spooky forest, with a couple of tabs. I'm not sure what possessed me to put 2 tabs on that page, but there you have it. So then some blank space. I have to say it was a real challenge for me to leave blank space. Paper. Here is a piece of paper from a Dutch book. I have no idea what it says, but it looks very vintagey, and I love the language. So that's enough for me. This is another ingredient recipe card, and then just some tags up here. Blood Moon and Savage Calls. Ooh. Which I thought was sort of appropriate above the casket company here. Then on this side, we've got some ghoulish tea and more cardstock to journal on the back. And this is just, again, one of those little tabs to try and help keep things in place. You're doing a good job, Soph. Thank you. Then this page, we just have this little witch card tucked up in here. And then this comes off here. And then this folds out here. And this is black cardstock. And so that just goes there. And then we have stewed bat, Granny stewed bat, everybody's favorite. Can you imagine? And then on this side, I thought it would be fun to put rat moustaches in beside the kitty here. So I tried as much as I could to put either a rat or a mouse wherever there was a cat. Okay, so then let's stick this back up here. So I thought this would be kind of fun so that if you wanted to put something here, this could sort of stick out as a bit of a tab, right, on that side. And then here, so this would be where there's a difference. This is paper that I got off of Amazon, and it's sort of like regular paper. It was a book that I got. I can't remember the name of it. But anyways, I liked that it's matte, and the images were perfectly spooky. So, but because there was only one in each book, I can only put one of the page in each journal. So the page in the other one is very similar to this, like with the full moon and but it's not exactly the same. And then we have a tea-dyed guest check here, and another little tab that you could turn into or tag that you could turn into a tab or something like that. And then on this side, oh no, I had this, hang on, if I do, I remember, here, up here like this. Not that it matters, but I'm just obsessive that way. So then I had this guy here, that's right, sort of with the full moon peeking out, and then just vampire. Woo ha 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 ha. Cristobal, paper. Okay, then on this side, so we have, this is a tag. This is a Raven Oracle card. I was given this set of Oracle cards a long time ago, and they're lovely Oracle cards, but I found them very difficult to shuffle and to work with, and I don't know, when I was making the journal card, starting to make all of a lot of the Halloween journals, it sort of occurred to me that it would be kind of fun, and I thought, you know what, I'm not using these, so I should share them. And so there's a couple of the other journals that have these cards in them as well. They're very thick. So I don't know what the message is on this one, and I don't know what the message is in the other one. I decided to leave that as a surprise for whoever purchases these journals, and it's just a private message between you and the universe. So there you have it. So I'm not going to flip this over so you can't see. So I will never know what it says. Now what have I done here? Okay, so this on this side is, oh, I know what I've done. Okay, so this is a coffee dyed envelope, and I don't want that to accidentally flip out. So I'm going to put this back here with our rusty paper clip and flip that over. So underneath here, this is a piece of heavy cardstock that was in a set that I got that was supposed to make into greeting cards. So I just thought it would be fun to slip that underneath there. This is a letter written by Edgar Allan Poe in October of 45. So that's kind of fun. I don't have a lot of blue in this journal, but for some reason I thought that looked kind of cool, and I just like how his signature pokes out there. And then underneath that we have this tag here. I'm sorry, am I poking you? And then our ghoul, our ghost, goes there. Sorry, darling, but we got to show all the people the nice pages. Yeah. Then here we have another one of those amazing digitals, the kitty. Here we have Feather of Owl. How great is that? And then again, mouse tails with the kitty. And then underneath is another piece of that black craft paper that I ripped and wrapped it around. This is construction paper again. So here we have the other side. I love her. I love her. I think I tried to make it so that she was like this, so you could only see her eyes, which I think is so much fun. So this ghost is an actual pocket. And what I did was, with a couple of these things, was some of the images that I really, really loved, and I couldn't decide whether or not they should be large writing tags or pockets. I did both. So this is a pocket that I glued in with two-way tape, and then, yeah. And then I have another removable tag of this ghost later on. Okay, so here we have a coffee dyed tag, another blank tag. This is paper that I printed, and then on this side we've got this tag here, this tag here. I'm gonna have to move this along because I've been yakking now for quite a while, and we're not even halfway through, so I gotta move it along there, sailor. Okay, regular paper. Here's the tag here, dragon scale dust. And then another one of these amazing journal tags. And this is in, I two-way taped this in, so you could just tuck something in underneath there like that. Here we have on this page, this is a coffee dyed paper that I sewed in onto a piece of cardstock. So that just folds over like that with the tab at the top, and then we have another lovely witch, and we have the witch's secret spells, and then I put this sticker down here that says, your grandmother's prayers are still protecting you. I was like, oh, again, just one of those moments where I was just like, oh, I miss my granny, you know. So then the other side of the coffee dyed paper, and another one of these amazing digitals here. Hocus pocus! That just got tucked in there. So then we have regular paper here with a tag on tucked here. And then on this side, we have paper there and another coffee dyed and stamped envelope. So obviously the coffee dyed stuff is going to look a little bit different in the other one. But again, I did try and match where the splotches were, so they will look very similar. And then we have another ghost tag that goes in there, and then we have ghost post that goes there. This is another coffee dyed check, and some lovely ghoulish ladies here, and that just got tucked in there. And some regular paper, and then this is regular paper, and we've got this large tag here. And I thought spectral stardust was perfect for these two ghoulish ghouls here. And this is glued down, this little tab here. And then this is a hidden paper clip. And this is helping to hold down another journal spot, large journal spot. So she is glued down. This one's glued down, but this one's not. This is scrapbook paper, quite smooth, with some tombstones on the inside. That goes there. So I had the bat. No, where did I have this? Shadows. Yes. So I put this up here. Sorry. Shadows. Is that right? Did I have that there? I can't remember. That was there. And then here we turn it over. Oh yeah. Sorry. And then we have this. This is one of my favorite witch paintings of all time. I had her tucked up in underneath there, underneath the dark night sky, and then I couldn't help but put a kitty, because kitties and witches go hand in hand together. So I had that like that. Yeah, that's right. That's how it went. More witches. And we've got, this is cardstock. And again, here I have another page from that Dutch book. Cardstock and another. I love these because you can write here and of course do something on the back. I think that's practical and it looks fun. So then we have, this is again scrapbook paper, and this is another hidden paper clip here, and you flip it over and then it opens up like that. So again, witches and black cats go hand in hand. So that looks great there. And then I had that turned over. And then we had this lovely gal here. Then this is regular paper. And then here we have, I just have a black envelope. This is cardstock. So this goes here on the spider webs. And then you flip it over, and I had this envelope with this large, ta-da, graveyard tag here, and another spooky guest check there, and then a little teeny tiny witch's postcard there. So this gets all put in together here, like that. What do you think, Soph? Pretty good, huh? You approve? Excellent. Okay, so then on this page is another piece of printed paper. And this just gets wrapped around here. And with the green tag, which I love that green against the cauldron there. And that here, oops. Like that, and then when we turn it over, there's the other side, and Whispers of Dark Skulls gets tucked up in there. Okay, this is regular paper with the tag. This is a regular paper. This, I didn't tuck anything in here, but you could, you know, something could get stuck in there like that. Ooh, I kind of like that. And then I would just use a paper clip. And this tag is Wicked Awakening, which I thought was kind of appropriate considering she's got this young witch on the back of her broom. So that's regular paper. Regular paper. Again, this is from Vampires for Dummies. Regular paper here, and then this just gets tucked up underneath that like there. Midnight Serum, because my guess is that that's what she's working on. Here is some Midnight Serum. And then I have this lovely little kitty here in his top hat. And then this is, oh, I've got a wraparound. So this is cardstock. And we've got this wraparound haunted paper here. So the one thing about this is definitely aimed at Halloween. And you're probably not going to go through all of this in one season, but if you're somebody who likes ghosts and ghouls all year round, or really likes spooky, dark winter stuff, I tried not to go heavy on pumpkins or things that are very specific about Halloween, even though we all love Halloween and we love everything about it. I on some level kind of tried to keep it a little bit neutral, if that makes sense. Right, so that it again, it could be for somebody who likes, like I do, I want a spooky journal all year round, right? So if you're noticing, you're like, hey, where's the pumpkins and the candy corn and all that kind of stuff? I just thought for such a big journal, I would make it Halloween spooky, but not heavy with the oranges and the jack-o'-lanterns and all that kind of thing. Because if you want that, I figured you can add that in. But if you don't, and you just want to keep it sort of regular spooky, you can, right? So this is a page from a checkbook. I don't know what it says, but it looks interesting. And then we've got this paper. Again, this is coffee dyed paper. And then we have a lovely spooky kitty here with a black doily. I just tucked that around there because I kind of looked like how she looked like she was hiding behind it. Why is it a little bit like that? And then brain of rat. I mean, right? Rats and cats. Rats and cats. Okay, then on this side, I had, again, another very spooky graveyard scene just tucked up underneath there. I really liked how the spookiness of the gray coffee dye look really matched up with the tone and the mood of that. And then again, so we got cats and crows, because you know cats and birds like mice and cats. Claws of black crow. Dictionary page. Then some blank pages. Then this is a scrapbook piece of paper. And then what I did here was I just sort of made like a belly band because I wanted her face just to peek out a little bit. So this is cardstock, which you've seen in this already a few times. And then this is the tag of her there. I thought that looked really fun. And then ominous. And then this larger clip just helps hold that down a little bit there. So yeah, then flip it over, and then we've got some more ghouls and ghosts. Eternal cobwebs. Like, I just thought that went together so perfectly. So then we have a cardstock tag. This is printed paper. It looks like black lace. And then one of our favorite ghouls, just all tucked up in there. And then this just sort of holds all this stuff down like that. Then here's the witches again that I love so much. So like I said, some of them, the ones that I couldn't decide, I just doubled up. So you've got the witch pocket, and then this for journaling, magical, sure is. And then here we have the black cat tab, which is in their kitties. This is cardstock, and then we've got paper, and then ta-da! I mean, come on. It's so great. Yes, this had to be a journal spot. Like, it just had to be. I mean, obviously you can turn it into another pocket or do whatever you like, but I really wanted to give you that option because it's so fantastic. And then Mysteries in the Mist. Ooh. You know what I mean? Like, because it does look kind of misty there. I wonder, I don't have any, I wonder, I should wrap tissue paper around that. That would be fun too. Okay, and this is construction paper. And then on this side, we've got these lovely little witches here. And then this is glued in with these two gals on the side, these two ghouls. And then I couldn't resist, this says Bewitched, because clearly these two gems look thoroughly bewitched. Couldn't resist putting in a little bit more Poe. And then, of course, we have the raven just tucking up there above him. And in this is a pocket. And then, look at her. I do not want to meet up with her in a dark alley, that's for sure. So that just gets tucked up there. And speaking of, you do not want to meet this ghoul in a dark alley. No, thank you. I'd be all brave and thinking I was, you know, walking through a graveyard thinking I was hot stuff until I saw her, and then I would be screaming. Oh, she's so great. So then this gets tucked in underneath. This is another coffee-dyed envelope, which is poison. Whoops. Because you can be darn sure that there's some poison hidden somewhere in there, in that cloak. So then on this side we have the coffee-dyed envelope. This is just a blank giant ticket because I thought it looked cool. And that's that. So we are getting to the end, my friends. So we got regular paper, music paper that I printed a black cat on. And this is a coffee-dyed tag with the ghoul there. And then this is the last of the coffee-dyed papers in this journal. So it has the skulls on it. And again, this I sewed onto the cardstock. And then these are just tags. I just really liked how the orange and the yellows and the black looked on the green. I just thought that those colors really complemented each other nicely. And then this side, ooh, another haunted house. the eternal cobwebs there. Another haunted house. And then underneath this little pocket here, I've got just this. And this is like that French fry paper when you buy French fries and they put it in your basket. You know what I mean? It's that waxy on the one side, not so glossy waxy on the other. When I bought these, I thought they were going to be a little bit bigger. I have to admit, I didn't read the description thoroughly, but I think these would be a lot of fun to do something with. So I just folded it in half and stuck it underneath there so you can decide what it is you would like to do with that. Then as we round out, we've got regular paper. This construction paper with a tag and a tab here. Just a little tag on the back here. Here's another one of those sheets from that book, that Gothic paper book that I got from Amazon. So again, this page will be a little bit different in the other book, but very, very similar. And then I just left that so you can do whatever. Here we have another cup of spooky tea without poison. There's no poison in that one. And then this page just folds over. This was just another page that I printed out. And then on this side, I had another piece of that French fry paper there. And then this is darkness. I thought this would be really good to stick here or here. But again, I left that up. It's a real, for me, it's a really fine line between how much do I glue in and make permanent and how much do I just tuck in so that you can do your own thing, right? Okay, here we go. We're coming up to the end. Paper. This is a regular paper. Here's, couldn't resist. She's super cute. So this goes in the back here. Another recipe card. And fly wings oil. And only the best of fly wings oil for us. That goes there. And then it's not Halloween without a Ouija board, which I would never use, by the way. Heard some stories. And then at the very, very end, we have another piece of a scrapbook paper. And underneath is another letter from Poe, which I thought was kind of a fun way to end the journal, just hiding that underneath. We have a poem here, Spirits of the Dead. And I left the cover. Oh, I forgot to put my thing here. Oh, hi, Sophie. Yes, we're almost done. We're almost done. Yes, thank you for coming and helping. Can I just pull this out from underneath? That would be great. Thank you. I left this blank. I didn't put a pocket or anything on it because, again, I thought you can decide what you would like to do. You know, these back covers can be kind of handy for very, very different reasons. So, again, I left that blank so that you can personalize that and make it your own. So there we have it, my friends. That's it. I have to say, sorry, Sophie, I had so much fun putting these together. I had fun putting all my journals, all the Halloween journals together this year. Like, it really, I couldn't think of a better way to spend most of August and part of September. Printing out papers and finding printables that I thought you guys would love and printing everything out and just, yeah, putting it all together. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if nothing else, I hope that it will inspire you to find some really fun digitals on Etsy and use them in your journal. I hope it will inspire you to, in whatever way, right? Whatever way helps you think about your own Halloween journals and some of the things that you might like to put in for yourself for this spookiest of all spooky seasons. So I'm not going to keep you any longer. I've babbled on for I'm not even sure how long. Thank you for watching. I really, really, really appreciate it. Whenever you come and spend time with me, it always makes me very happy, and I can't say thank you enough for all of your kind comments and the likes and the subscribes. It really does mean the world to me. So, having said that, if you like this video, please give it a little thumbs up. And that's it. Thanks to Sophie, my assistant, for helping me out. And yeah, that's it. So speak kindly to yourselves and enjoy your journals. And until the next video, yeah, I'll talk to you later. Mwah. Bye, everybody. See you later. Okay, Sophie, if I move this, do you want to come over? You want to come here? You want to come?